Buying your first home is an exciting time. You're making quite possibly the most significant financial transaction of your lifetime. You're also making the exciting jump from renter to homeowner. But as a property virgin, this experience is entirely new to you. The last thing you want to do is make a mistake that will cost you dearly. There are many potential pitfalls first-time home buyers are prone to when purchasing a home, but which ones are going to cost you the most? What's going on YouTube? My name is Nick Fyffe and I'm your local realtor in Guelph, Ontario with Realty Realty. And in this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 costliest mistakes that first-time home buyers make when purchasing a home. But before we get started, make sure you take a second to hit that subscribe button and like this video. All right, let's jump right into it. So mistake number 1, not shopping around for a mortgage. We comparison shop for everything from clothes to electronics to vacation packages, but so many people just take whatever mortgage their bank offers them the first time. Now there's nothing wrong with your local bank being the first stop for your mortgage, but it should never be your only stop. By just taking the first offer you're given, you're likely leaving money on the table. Buying a home is quite possibly the single biggest financial transaction of your lifetime. Let that sink in for a moment. Your local bank may very well have the best mortgage option for you, but you won't know that without shopping around. And the best way to shop around is with a great mortgage broker who can help you compare rates, lender fees, and loan terms among everything else to ensure that you're getting a good deal at the lowest possible rate. Mistake number 2, buying too much home. It's easy to fall in love with a home that might stretch your budget, but overextending yourself is never a good idea. With home prices trending upwards, it's especially important to stick close to your budget. Buying more home than you can afford can put you at higher risk for defaulting on your loan if you fall on tough financial times. And on top of that, you'll have less room for to budget for other monthly bills and expenses you might have. So what do you do instead? Well, the best thing you can do is focus on what monthly payments you can afford rather than fixating on the maximum loan amount you qualify for. Just because you can qualify for a $600,000 loan doesn't mean you can afford the monthly payments that come with it, in addition to all your other financial obligations as well. Every borrower's case is going to be different, so factor in your entire financial profile when determining how much house you can afford. And likewise, it's important to be completely honest with your lender or mortgage broker about your finances, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one repaying your loan, and you don't want to have to struggle with bills you can't actually afford. Mistake number 3, forgetting to budget for closing costs. If you've never bought a home before, it's easy to overlook closing costs. They're just a drop in the bucket, right? Wrong. Closing costs can add up to 4% of your home's purchase price. Depending on where you buy, for example in Toronto, where you have to pay both provincial and municipal land transfer taxes when purchasing your house, a $600,000 property could easily cost you over $20,000 in closing costs, over and above your down payment. And your lender's not going to cover those costs. That's your responsibility to put that money aside. So what can you do? Well, when shopping for a mortgage, your lender will provide you with something called a good faith estimate. This estimate breaks down your closing costs and what you'll need to bring to close. Carefully go through this document and make sure you fully understand and are aware about all the costs associated with closing on a home. Some examples of typical closing costs can include things like land transfer tax, lawyer fees, inspection fees, and home insurance premiums, just to name a few. First-time home buyers do get a small break on some of those closing costs, but they're still going to cost a pretty penny. Mistake number 4, buying based solely on looks. Have you ever stepped foot in a house and it became love at first sight? You see everything you're looking for in a home. Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, an open kitchen. You're ready to make an offer right there and then. But wait, before you do, take the time to look at the bones of the home. I'm talking about the roof, the windows, the furnace, the structure, the less sexy stuff. Anybody can install a new backsplash in the kitchen or toss a fresh coat of paint on the walls, but replacing something significant like a roof can really hurt your wallet after the fact. So try not to get distracted by the stuff that's supposed to wow home buyers, because a home is more than just good looks after all. And last but not least, mistake number 5, skipping the home inspection. In red hot housing markets, a new trend is for home buyers to skip the home inspection altogether. And it makes sense. When you're competing against 10 other buyers for a house, including too many conditions can cost you your dream home. But what's worse than losing your dream home? Winning what turns out to be your nightmare home. For example, the home could have significant water damage, but if you don't know the signs to look for, you're going to totally miss it. And that's a really expensive mistake. Home inspection sounds like a lot of work and a lot of money, but once you get the report, you'll be happy you did it. And this is especially important for older homes that usually have a lot more issues. A good home inspector will let you know whether the property is truly worth what is being asked, and the report will provide you with a breakdown of any red flags you should know about regarding the home, and it will give you a handy checklist of all the things that you should do to make sure your home is in great shape in the long run if you do choose to buy it. So don't cheap out on the home inspection. It's worth every single penny, and it might save you a few pennies as well. So there you have it. Those are 5 of the costliest first-time homebuyer mistakes you can make, but trust me, there's a much longer list. But when you're buying a home for the first time, or any time at that, you don't have to be alone. When you leverage a team of experienced professionals, including a great real estate agent, a mortgage broker, and a lawyer, among other professionals, your home buying experience is going to be a lot more pleasant, setting you up for financial success and happiness for years to come.